Today we're finally taking a dive into all of the weapons in the finals after Season 4 changes. I retested every weapon so you don't have to, and once more found the best and the worst weapons in the finals. For testing, we used the same method as last time, assuming 100% accuracy, measuring individual projectiles, and included additional damage range testing. The cards for each weapon will show the first ideal damage range only, and just as last time, the full tested stats are available on Google Docs in the link below, including critical TTK, all damage fall-offs, attack reload times, rounds per second, and even more. The order in which we're reviewing these is body damage per mag. Now, there are many weapons with high damage output, but they have a smaller magazine to compensate, i.e. a low damage per mag, making them difficult to use in sticky situations and close fights where sustain is important when shields and healing beams are taken into consideration. Starting with light, all weapons rank from best to worst. M26. A new addition for light, this 8-slug shotgun deals 121 body damage and is exceptionally mobile. With 968 damage per mag, you can almost 1v3 a heavy team, provided you hit your shots. Aim for center mass as there is no headshot bonus. V9S. This tiny pistol is still one of the best light weapons, with 37 body damage and 55 headshot damage. Good up to 15 meters. Apart from the throwing knives, the V9S has the fastest light DTK. LH1. No changes here really. 48 body damage, 96 headshot damage, good up to 100 meters before it loses 30% damage. Versatile and accurate with a slow rate of fire, and 720 damage per mag. With headshots, this can be doubled. SR-84. Light Sniper. Received a long-range nerf, now its hit scan within 50 meters, projectile over 50 meters. Damage profile is the same, at 115 body and 230 headshot. Damage per mag is low and requires high skill to exceed 690 damage per mag. Hipfire melee combo is still viable against light players. M11. Feels better with the reflex sight, while still a bit wobbly. Low damage per bullet, just like the XP, at 16 body and 24 headshot. This weapon takes advantage of its high fire rate and 40 bullets to provide a solid damage per mag of 640. 93R. Still difficult to use despite the buff due to the burst recoil pattern where it's easy to overshoot at long range. Up close within 15 to 30 meters, it's easier to control, especially with its high fire rate. Body damage is 24, headshot 36, 504 damage per mag. XP 54 just got iron sights again. It deals 16 body, 24 headshot damage. Feels pretty good, kind of the same as the M11, 480 damage per mag. Not the highest, but it's still easier to use than the M11. SH-1900. Still exceptionally good against heavies, it kind of pales in comparison to the M26. Despite a higher damage output at 195, 2 bullets only means your max damage before having to reload will always be 390. And the M26 comes out on top by a mile. Recurve Bow. High skill, high risk. No reload times means a theoretically infinite damage per mag, but with the low fire rate and headshot requirement, it becomes a difficult option. Charge damage is 120 on body, 180 on headshot. On-charge damage is 60% faster, but with 50% less damage. Throwing knives. Infinite mag size, slow fire rate. Very lethal up close, 1 shots to kill on light, but difficult beyond 50 meters. Theoretical max range is 100 meters with no drop-off on the damage, but it becomes nigh impossible to hit with the curved path of the knives. Sword. Probably the best melee weapon for light, good up to 3 meters with the lunge attack. This deals 74 body damage and 140 with the alternate attack lunge. Unless you're running high mobility, damage range puts you in danger for every engagement. No headshot bonus either. Dagger. Very strong backstab damage at 320, but with very low regular attack damage at 50. No headshot bonus, particularly good for eliminating a heavy player. Backstab melee or backstab stab. Not much else unless you are an escape artist and can close the gap without taking damage. Let's move on to medium. Model 1887. Best medium damage per mag at 768. Only the reload speed keeps this gun in check at 4.3 seconds. Good spread makes it easy to hit shots within 15 meters, and it can one-shot melee combo a light player. 2 shots to kill a medium, 3 shots to kill a heavy. The Pike 556 is the new medium DMR. It deals 59 body damage and 88 headshot damage, up to 55 meters, before it loses 25%. 708 damage per mag. Pretty much like a quiet LH1. FAMAS. Best fire rate in class. It's a 3-shot burst dealing 24 body damage and 36 headshot damage. Exceptional DPS output and fire rate means this can dispatch of any player, light, medium, or heavy, under 795 MS. Very slept on and can surprise you at long range. AKM. Old reliable. Even with a 4 bullet reduction, still a solid damage per mag at 640. deals 20 body damage and 30 headshot damage, and outperforms the FCAR on all fronts except reload time. Iron sights feel better than reflex. R357. Nobody's favorite weapon, deals 96 body damage, 148 headshot damage. It's twice as strong as an LH1, but sometimes impossible to use due to sight sway and low fire rate. Damage per mag is 576. FCAR. Easier to use and with less sway than the AK, this weapon still falls short due to its small mag size. Despite having slightly better damage than the AK at 22 body and 33 headshots, damage per mag is still 550. Main advantage using the FCAR is accuracy, in the air, on hipfire, and on a hit glitch. CL40. Probably the most annoying part of the season so far. The CL40 now deals 117 damage per direct hit, and since the grenades don't detonate unless they impact, everybody is spamming hard. Damage per mag is low at 352 for 4 rounds, but the constant explosions can trigger mines and surprise any player with a sudden burst of damage. Dual swords, or dual blades. Deal 100 flat damage and 20 bonus damage every 2 strikes. Deflecting returns 80% damage to the opponent, while the player takes the remaining 20%. Pretty fun, but pretty situational. Riot Shield. Last and certainly least, the Riot Shield deals 90 damage and can protect you from 90% of incoming bullets, or 100% if you crouch walk. Honestly, this one is just bad. Meme loadouts only. Moving on to Heavy. We start with the Flamethrower. With 30 rounds and a whopping 1980 damage per mag, this is a heavy favorite. Range is only 2-3 meters, but it can damage players through walls and floors, turning any room into the 7th circle of hell. Especially good against stackers. M60. This is now the LMG to use on Heavy in Season 4. With the recoil buff, it's way easier to control and land your shots, and it deals 19 body and 28 headshot damage. Out of 70 rounds, that means damage per mag is between 1330 and 1960 for critical hits. Definitely very strong. Let's say 1216. At 78 damage flat if you hit all pellets and 16 rounds per mag, this shotgun deals 1248 damage per mag. Hitting all pellets becomes difficult at 10 meters, so only use this close range. Since mesh shield is also nerfed, the mesh shotgun meta is changing. Lewis gun. More viable at longer range than the M60, it has better damage per bullet, at 22 for body and 33 for headshots, just like the FCAR. It falls short of the M60 due to a much smaller 47 round mag, but can support a team playing longer distance. Slightly better headshot DPS than the M60, but not by a whole lot. Akimbo Deagles. Brand spanking new heavy weapon, with very solid damage per bullet at 44 for body and 88 for headshots. Good up to 45 meters and with 616 damage per mag. Crit damage is 2x, so landing headshots is a must for competitive TTK. Very fun to use, sometimes a bit RNG. KS-23. A 6-slug wall breaker with the worst reload at 5.6 seconds. Flat 100 damage per hit and 600 damage per mag. No headshot bonus. Viable for objective play or high accuracy players, especially good in no respawn game modes due to high burst damage. MGL-32 fires 6 explosive grenades that can be lobbed for 84 damage. Less damage than CL-40, but faster reload. Damage per mag is not great at 504. Fun to use, but a pain in the namatama if you need to get a quick kill, which is often impossible with well over 1 second to get a single kill. Spear. Definitely one of the more interesting melee weapons. It has a normal hit for 90 damage, like a poke, and 300 damage for alternate fire, like a twirl. Very slow TTK even if you hit most shots, but very powerful in a brawl against stacked players. Especially powerful with Winch Claw. The Sledgehammer is the final weapon for Heavy, dealing 115 regular damage and 200 damage with the heavy swing. If timed correctly, it can shut down a defibrillated player and is excellent for manipulating map routes and objectives. Difficult to use against a poke-hold team, as it's difficult to close the gap without taking substantial damage. If you made it to the end of the video, remember to drop a like and subscribe, it really helps support the channel. Don't forget to check the full breakdown available on Google Docs, like I said, link in the description. You can check out our testing there, sort and filter the data to compare, and further understand what to use in Season 4. I'm also playing and coaching daily, live on Discord. Use the link below to join and become a part of the community. Appreciate you again. Stay fresh, cheesebags.